The performance of Ghana at the UN Peacekeeping meeting has been exemplary, both for the soldiers and the police. If you ever meet the UN General Secretary, he will tell you that one of the groups of people he will always want at any UN peacekeeping mission is Ghana, and they do that for a reason, because of our professionalism. Within the military, you go for 1 year. We hardly allow people on their own to request that I want an extension. In fact, we don't grant it, because we want many soldiers to also get the opportunity to go out there and have a feel about what it means by being a UN peacekeeping mission or being a soldier at the UN peacekeeping mission. So when you go for 1 year, you allow your neighbor to continue for another year, and like that, and maybe to come back to your turn. And so if the police service decides today that if you have served for 1 year, allow somebody else to go for another 1 year, it is not because somebody is deliberately trying to suffocate an officer, or somebody is deliberately trying to hate an officer, or somebody is deliberately trying to say that an officer should not be given the chance. It is just being fair that we allow other people to also get the opportunity. Even more importantly, the promotions in the armed forces are based on merit. If you know how the promotions in the armed forces are done, you will not even bring an allegation that says that promotions are not based on merit. Promotion in the armed forces is not an individual affair. It's not one person who just, by his own imagination, decides, I like this person and let me promote him. It's not like that. The #1 selection board, which is made up of the Armed Forces Command, will meet first and look at what we call the personality report, the profile report of every person, and compile it and make recommendations to the Armed Forces Council. The Armed Forces Council will then meet, and the Chief of Defense Staff will have to identify and defend his recommendations, point by point, why this officer should be promoted and that officer should not be promoted. And every member of the Armed Forces Council is given what we call confidential report to read through. We agree or disagree based on it. But I can tell you, this government has been very fair to all soldiers. I have always insisted and directed that unless you can give a reason why an officer should not be promoted, that person should be promoted. And that has always been what we have been done. You can talk to any Ghanaian soldier. You can go to Denmark and talk to any soldier. They will tell you that. When the armed forces have gone through it, they will then take it to the president to endorse or reject. And you have to convince the president as well, because he's also having a confidential report of every officer. So it is a three-stage approach. You, an individual, cannot alone decide that you are promoting something. So it is not also true for anybody to say that promotions in the armed forces have been compromised. I think this kind of unwarranted attacks on the image of the armed forces must stop. This kind of weird allegations that people throw in the air must stop. And this kind of pull him down attitude that is targeted at the armed forces must stop. If you want information, come. We'll give you the information. And I'll take you through all the processes. But for anybody to imagine things and sit and copy somebody sitting in the United States who has no information about Ghana and believing it and making it an official press conference is unfortunate, it's weird, and it's unwarranted. And it's not necessary, and it's mischievous, and it's aimed at causing confusion. So I want to assure you that the men and women of the armed forces are motivated to defend Ghana, motivated to keep you safe, and motivated to do the right thing. I thank you very much.